Alright guys, just a quick video here. It's bright, and the brighter the video gets, the more eminent the stains on the walls of my house become. I do not wish to reveal the hovel in which I reside, but unfortunately the lights are on deep tonight, so you're gonna get a real insight into the filth, the degradation that lays home to Belfast boxing and blues. You want to check it out. But guys, we're just gonna talk a little bit about the upcoming fight next weekend, as in not tomorrow night, but the weekend after, and what just went past with AJ and Dubois, which for me was a real big surprise. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. A lot of times going into fights, my personal predictions are based on what makes sense business wise for either party, and that can lead you wrong quite a lot of times. You know what I mean? You can get into almost a conspiratorial dilemma, and it leads you the wrong way. And in this instance, once again, I was proved to be wrong. I didn't see Dubois winning that fight, but he came out and he did what he did. And what can we say but just praise the guy. He's not the greatest personality, he's a little bit quiet, but he accepts that and he's into that. And we must accept that in a way. We appreciate that, you know what I mean? He's not the biggest talker. He's not a megalomaniac by any stretch of the imagination, but he gets the job done, and so we accept. We almost, it's endearing. I hear this word a lot said in these boxing videos. It's especially concerning Dubois. There's an endearing quality to the man, So he did what he did, inside of 5 rounds. Great stuff. Fantastic. Nice one, Dubois. AJ, sorry to hear. I'm sure we'll be seeing you again, probably against Tyson Fury in the near future. If that happens, 100%, let's see what happens, And that will still, any fight that AJ is in the future will always be worth watching, always. That's one thing you can never strip him of is his marketability and his commerciality, as far as how we, the public, hold him in high esteem. You know what I mean? It's that's always there for AJ. So that's something. No, you can't strip him of that title. Anyway, guys. Next weekend we have the dudes. We've got the light heavyweight, absolute ultimate smasher. We have Beterbieb. Beterbieb, is that how you say that? Beterbieb, right? Yeah. Is that right? And Bivol. So these guys are gonna do what they do. We've already done a little video here, and I'm sure you've seen more than enough videos where they've broken down. And probably a lot more YouTube channels that have broken it down in more detail than what I've done off my own back. You know what I mean? It's quite DIY here over at Belfast Boxing and Blues. But do you know what I mean? I can't see anything other than a Beterbieb win. Bivol, as much as I like him, I like his boxing style. I like his relaxed flow when he has the room to do it, when his hands are by his side and he moves off that, and he'll get that right hand up in there. That's more when he's got that distance, when he can work at long range. Up in close, it's more of a boxing style. Jab, you know what I mean? 1, 2, left hook to the body, things like that. He's a good fighter to watch. It's so much harder to clock Beterbieb when he comes in. It's like, well, where are these punches coming from? There's no formula, I had said before that he was fond of like a Golovkin, a sort of pivoted hook, overhand type of hook at that type of angle. That might have been just slightly off the mark. I don't think that's exactly how he loads up. It's more like this. It's more like an arm punch, but there's something going on there. But that is only 10% of his output could be ascribed to that particular shot, because he has shots coming over the top, he has shots coming on this side, that side. He mixes it up. It's not a matter of, oh, well, I know he's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, step back, and then 5, 6. No, mate. This guy's there is no, it's almost like fighting Usyk or Lomachenko in a way. Although he's not such an obvious wizard, this guy's doing something different, and it's like to relate it to music. This being also a music channel, just about. Um, I'm a blues musician, and I like to play a bit of jazz, but a true jazz musician has that availability of all of those variables at any time, and they can really mix it up and do different things. Blues is somewhat, you like aspire to be able to do that. There is a spontaneous, there is an inventive element. If you're playing basic rock, you've got one or two little moves that you do, a few scales, a few bends that you can't go too far wrong. Stick to that scale, you're sweet. Blues, you can open up a bit. Jazz, suddenly it's these guys are doing things and you're going, what am I doing in the same room with these guys? You know what I mean? It's quite difficult, and I believe that there's a certain amount of that comes with Beterbieb in terms of you don't know where that next shot's coming from. And he's right on top of you, he's up close, I did mention before, and I've seen other people mention it, that some of the shots that he throws are arm shots. I think that might be more to do with, rather than, because of the volume of shots that he throws, rather than every shot being poof, 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 full power, it's more like tip, tap, pa, boom, tip, tap, boom, tip, tap. But, that type of a thing. He throws every two or three, or carry the full weight, and the other ones are just little taps just to set you to this side. Which side is this guy coming from? So we have this battle of the Russians, guys. Anyway, and I suppose if you want to look at it from a vantage point of, let's say, the Eastern European guys and the Russian, you have your Golovkins, you have the Ukrainian guys. Going right back to the Klitschko's. You've got Viktor Postol there. You've got Usyk. You've got Lomachenko. You've got all of these guys that are coming through from this side of things, and now these two Russian fellas, despite whatever in terms of actual war, territorial stuff's going on between the Russians and the Ukrainians, from those sort of territories, we're seeing a lot of the greatest fighters in the world, and this is a battle between the two greatest in one capacity, in one division. Here we have it, two separate styles. I would be very surprised if Bivol pulls out the win. I'd be looking to see Beterbiev finish the fight within the first 6 rounds. I would go rounds 4 to 6 if I was betting, rounds betting. 1 to 3 could be equally as good, but I think Bivol has a bit more in reserve. He believes in himself more than that. If he feels that pressure straight on, he's going to keep going. He's not going to give in like that because he values himself too much. You would imagine he's a proud champion, So rounds 4 to 6 for me in favour of Beterbiev, TKO, knockout, not disqualification, but you know what I mean, a stoppage of some kind. Dudes, this is going to be one of the greatest fights of the next 5 years probably. Hopefully, if it's as entertaining as we would like it to be. Anyway, take it easy, guys. Check out all the fucking good YouTube channels. Punch Perfect Boxing as well, which I must point out, as well as Frotchon Fighting, which never fails to generate a wee laugh, as well as some good info as well, because Frotch is straight up. He doesn't mess around, like. But guys, take it easy, and let's look forward to the fights. Good night.